Welcome to Touch Technology Review. Today we're going to be checking out the BOYA by-PM700 USB microphone for Mac, Windows and mobile devices. It probably goes without saying, but the audio that you're listening to right now is coming out of the PM700. I'm recording it into my MacBook Pro using GarageBand. So this is the audio you can expect without applying any effects or noise reduction. If you want to get a real sense of it, it might be an idea to put on some headphones so that you can really get a full understanding of the audio quality. And I tend to prefer to record with headphones myself because you can really hear everything that's going on in the recording and pick up any issues as you're recording. So I'm using the AKG K92 closed-back headphones, and this really does give you the best sound, and it eliminates the noise in the room and allows you to focus completely on the audio coming in from the microphone. In today's video, I'm going to show you all the features of the microphone and also make a comparison between the PM700 and the PM500 to help you determine which one you might need to consider. So first of all, in terms of the look and feel of the microphone, it's made of complete metal construction, which makes it very durable and also gives it that premium look. Both microphones can be rotated into any position by adjusting the levers on the side here, so you can have a complete vertical or tilted angle depending on your preference there. In terms of the buttons you get on the microphone, first of all, there's a mute switch on the front, which makes it ideal for live streamers or anyone doing video conferencing where you need to momentarily mute that audio recording. And below that is a dial to adjust the level input of the headphones. And then on the back of the microphone, you get the input control. I've got it set to around 50% at the moment, and I've got the audio input of GarageBand to around -5 dB. Gives you just enough level to get into your audio software and has virtually no noise whatsoever. And below that dial is the microphone pattern. And on the PM700, you can actually choose between 4 different patterns. You get the stereo pattern, which has complete stereo left and right. There's the omnidirectional pattern, which records audio from all around the microphone. And there's the cardioid pattern, which is the one that I'm using right now, which is ideally suited for voiceover as it biases the audio coming in from the front of the microphone and starts to eliminate sound from the sides and back of the microphone. So if you have fan noise or keyboard as you're typing, that will be less prominent than the actual voice coming in from the front of the microphone. So I find the cardioid pattern is ideal for this type of recording. And there's also a bidirectional pattern, which allows you to use the microphone with 2 guests. So you place it in the middle of the table and you have one guest speaking into the front of the microphone and the other guest can speak into the rear of the microphone. So you can pick up both vocals using the one mic. So that's a really good option for those of you limited to just one microphone for a podcast or an interview situation. And of course, all of those modes could also be used for ASMR or recording music or any type of sound for your video and audio productions. The PM500 has only 2 recording patterns available, either omnidirectional or cardioid. In terms of the connectivity, as I mentioned earlier, they are both USB microphones. So at the base of the microphones, you have 2 ports. First of all, there's a mini USB port. You'll also get a cable in the box to connect from the mini USB port to a regular USB Type A computer. And there's also a 3.5 input for monitoring via headphones. You can either use that input or plug your headphones into a computer depending on your preference. Personally, I prefer to plug in my headphones via the computer or device where possible, as you get absolutely 0 latency. And also the signal tends to be a little bit louder. I like to hear my audio quite loud when I'm talking, whereas I found that the level of the headphone output was a little bit lower when I used the headphone input on the microphone itself. So you might have to experiment there as to which one gives you the best result. If you are using mobile devices such as the latest iPhone or Android device, you'll probably find they no longer have a 3.5 output for headphones. in which case using the headphone output on the microphone becomes really useful. In terms of connectivity with mobile devices, be it an iPhone, iPad, or Android phone, you might also need an additional adapter. For example, on this iPhone XR, I simply use the Lightning to USB camera adapter, and that allows me to connect the Lightning port on the iPhone and the USB cable into the USB connection. And once I open up my software on the iPhone, the BOYA PM700 is instantly recognized, and that also applies for the PM500. And as you can see, the PM700 is a larger microphone. Both the capsule itself and the stand that comes with the microphone is larger than the PM500. There's a couple of advantages here. First of all, the microphone sits higher on the desktop so that when you're doing this type of presentation video and you have your microphone sitting on the desk, I find this to be far more preferable, so you don't have to hunch over the microphone. Also, being a larger capsule, you're going to get slightly better quality. So I feel that this represents better quality as well as convenience in terms of the size of the microphone. Now, having said that, both microphones have a 5/4 inch screw at the base, which means you can attach them to any third-party microphone stand. So that gives you more flexibility in terms of how you position the microphone. And now a very quick test of the BOYA BY-PM500 USB microphone, once again connected into my MacBook Pro via the USB port, recording in GarageBand without any effects or noise reduction, and this is what it sounds like. That's my overview of the BOYA PM700 comparing against the PM500. If you want more information about the microphones, I'll leave a link to all the specs and where you can purchase in the description box below. And if you want more information, any more points clarified, feel free to put those questions in the comments box below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit me up with a like and consider subscribing to the channel so that you're notified of up and coming video releases. See you on the next one. Bye for now.